It could be any aspect of your life that allows you to release the effect, the cumulative toxic buildup of the environment, of the onslaught of media news, of the people in your family and your life whose conditioning of their lives affects your own, and you have to respond to it. So, the reason we look for spiritual healing and universal life force energy is really because we want to balance out everything that's going on out here. We want to balance it out. And the way to balance it out is to get some skills, get some techniques under our belt. Okay. Now, when I teach Reiki and energy healing, I use a multiple of forms, but I begin with the traditional Japanese form, right? This book is going to appear backwards on some of your um, screens. Light on Reiki and Neo-African Mysticism is my new book that describes the origins of the term Reiki. I just like the name because it is reminiscent of a lot of the Ra names that talk about and confirm our connection to breath, to life, to the Creator, the Most High, and that have to do with our mobility. Greetings, Alana. Nice to see you. So there is going to be a recording of this made, and we may not be here long. But if there are questions about energy and Reiki healing, you can perhaps put them in a chat and then I'll see them. Number one, I want you to appreciate that the purist that I am, if I could say that, is the purest of the new, the purest of what God has given me in this moment. So that although we begin the Reiki teachings and the practice and study of Reiki and energy healing with the traditional Reiki of Usui, Makao Usui sensei from Japan, and we trace in the book the trajectory of Mikao Usui. It's pictured here, if you can see that. We trace his trajectory from when he fasted and then notice he was able to heal people after fasting for 21 days and knew that he had to share this with other people, knew that that was really what was the requirement. There was no confusion. It wasn't a fad. That's what I fear. If I fear anything, I fear that people think this is a fad. No, we have elevated to a certain level of responsibility due to literacy. Now that you can read, and most of you are reading with your eyes and watching television, and watching movies and watching cable and watching YouTube videos or other videos. That's how you're reading now. But even you can up-level that in terms of the symbolism you get. And I'm not talking about conspiracy theories, but there's a responsibility with reading. A big responsibility. Once you have read, once you've done that reading and you've read the best words cause you to grow and blossom. And that's what you want. The best words cause that, right? Whereas the words that are negative and deleterious to the health and putting down people and seeking upset and disharmony and accusatory and not about justice, those words cause you to shrivel. So you use Reiki, which the founder himself said is not just for physical healing. It is something that the whole world should know about. And I put in the book a message from the founder. I'm going to read that message to you right now. Mikao Usui said, "From ancient times, Whenever someone develops a secret method, the one would teach this to the people among family as a legacy for the later generations of the family living. That idea, not to open to the public and keep that sacred method in the family, is really the past century's bad custom. Now, understand, this is translated from the Japanese. It might sound a little choppy, but the concept is the whole notion of this keeping it secret, how to maintain your optimum level of being a human being. That's wrong, he's saying. In modern days, he continues, we have to live together. That's going to be the basis of happiness, earnestly wanting social progress. So the more you progress, the more you read, you want more progress. You don't want other people to be put down, right? Then he says, that's why I definitely won't allow to keep this for myself. Our Reiki Ryoho, or method, our Reiki Ryoho is a creative idea which no one has developed before. And there is nothing like this in the world. Therefore, I am going to open this idea to anybody for the people's benefit and welfare. And he ends, coming to a close, and everyone will receive the blessing from God. With this, expect everyone to have soul and oneness. Our Reiki Ryoho is an original therapy method using the power based on Reiki, which is universal power in the universe. The power with which everything is made.